And we're back in action here, and John has broken the balls pretty well. Again, they both broke from the same side of the table, the right-hander side. Cue balls behind the stack. People knew in one pocket the return off the break. You generally want to try to get that cue ball in the lower left square. One diamond, one diamond. There's no ball that Lou needs to hide behind on the head rail, I mean the foot rail. The pink stripe ball, the 12 ball, is right in the center of the table near the side pocket. So if Lou could dig at the cue ball, play the 12 ball and bounce one rail between the 9 and the 2 and kill it, cue ball on the end rail. If he can, he looks like he's banking the 11 towards the hole, but it looks like the 7 and the 9 are in the way. I don't think he can catch enough of the 11 ball to bank it back to the stack. He can, no he can't. He couldn't. I didn't think he could, and he's gonna give up a ball. He did second guess whether or not he could shoot that ball. It didn't look like he had enough of the ball to be able to do what he thought he was going to do. He was trying to get below. Well, maybe he did have enough of the ball. He would need to jack up, but there was another ball in the way, I believe, for the cue ball to pass and then get below the 7 and 9. But John is got ball in hand in balk in the kitchen. Surely he's not going to go into the 4 ball because all the balls start going. Oh, no, no, he doesn't have a shot in this one. 9 ball. The 9 ball does go, sorry. Didn't look like the 9 went when I was looking at the table, but now I look at the screen. John does not have to hit this hard. Smooth stroke this. He plowed it. He plowed it, but he's got an angle in the 7 so he can get on the deuce, which is the only other open ball on the table. He's smiling. Every time he makes a ball, he's saying it's my aiming system. 2 rails below the 2. And he's got his hand flying again. Usually his hand flies after he knows he misses, but he got 1. That's his 1. That's Lou's 1, the penny. John's going to forget which side of the table he's shooting at. Lou is going for length there. The television screen suggests that John would shoot this 7 ball and go wild if he's feeling his oats. For those of you who are aiming system junkies, 90-90s, you really needed to put that 90 probably on the edge. John put the 90 to center, and therefore got the flying elbow out. But he did accomplish knocking balls up table. I'm not sure if that's what he wanted to accomplish. John is feeling it, though. I think that John was actually supposed to make that last ball, but he didn't. I think the score must be, yes, it's 1-0 John Barton on balls. I can see a ball in this tray. 1-0 on balls. Lou Figueroa is up 2-1 in games. This is game number 4. The breaker shot in the same pocket each game. I'm not sure why. Just by luck. Some people like to break for the right pocket, the right-hander side of the pocket, and all 4 have so far.
Well, aren't both these players right-handed players?
They are.
Okay,
they are.
So a lot of shots are easier to reach from the right-handed side of the table. Also, the table might be playing a certain way, playing a little easier towards one pocket than the other. So whatever you're more comfortable with. I mean, I know I always break from the left side of the table, breaking towards the right.
So do I.
Right-handed also. Now
John's
look at this
firing at
nice
his
little
hole.
bank here attempt. Nice bank attempt. And I like the speed on that one because you put it well out of the range of leaving a cross bank.
Right.
Maybe not so much, but a little bit less. But if you can get up to that second diamond, it'd be a good spot to leave it.
Yeah, those banks you either hang the ball or the ball's got to get out of there, especially if
Right.
you're going to leave the cue ball down table with it.
Correct.
Score is 1-0 in balls here. For those of you looking at the score
Yep.
on the screens,
John
1-0.
has
John
one.
has one.
John
Lou,
has
actually,
one.
it's
Lou.
1 to -1. Lou has a penny up.
Right. Lou at -1. John Barton at +1.
I can't tell if Lou's clipping the one or if he's going back into the stack. Yeah.
No, he's going to just kick it over, stick the cue ball. Very nice.
Good shot. It looks like Lou is the one who broke.
Mm-hmm. I don't think John has enough room to spin over to the one. He might just thin the ball, come
Thin the
back
ball.
behind the pack. Oh, no, he
Don't
takes a
know if
foul.
he hit the ball.
He's going to bring his ball up.
I mean, if he was going to take a foul, three railing it behind
Yeah,
the
I
one
think
ball.
he could have brushed the ball and put the cue ball there. He didn't have to take a foul.
Right. I don't think he was intentionally taking a foul. I think
I
think he was using English and got the cue ball deflection and missed
And
the
he
ball.
had body English also to help
Body
him.
English, that's why. And he was going
help him miss.
left-handed, so the body English was going the opposite way. I mean,
Oh,
we
yeah,
all going
forget
the
it.
wrong way.
Yeah. And there's no way that could have worked
Right.
out. Yep. Once again, for those joining us, we have John Barton just took an intentional foul, putting him at 0 balls this rack, and Lou Figueroa owes 1. So Lou at -1, John at 0. John Barton trailing 1-2 in this race to 9. Each man has put up $10,000.
He's got to get down there, and he didn't. This is Lou's pocket he's going to be shooting at. Not too many balls open, but, for a player like Lou, especially a straight pool player,
Well, that
he
6
may
ball
find
looks
something.
close.
It's
The
close.
13 is not too close off the 6. The 9 ball I don't think goes. But he can ride the side of that pack, pushing all
Right.
the balls over to his pocket. They're all in his favor, pointing to his pocket.
So currently
And
it's
he's
0.
got to get around.
John Barton has 0 balls. You got that. And like Lou Figueroa is -1.
Mm-hmm.
We got it.
Yep.
Well, Lou's looking to see if the 4 ball goes, but from this angle, it certainly doesn't look it. But they use left-hand English and spin it to the center of the table.
Oh, wow. There's a little example of those unforgiving pockets.
Unforgiving pockets.
Those
And of course,
points are sharp.
with a little bit of left-hand English jacked up like that, cue ball just swerved just enough.
Mm-hmm.
And
John
John's
seeing if that
looking.
14 has any chance of going, and I don't think it does.
This is the type of game, if John splashes in there and gets a frozen one out of the stack,
Mm-hmm.
he could steal a game. But if he misses,
Yeah, but he has
it'll
that-
be 8 out for Lou.
He has that 4 ball to worry about. He can't brush up against. He might play a 4 into the pack and then make the 1. I would have liked that if you could have done that. If you could have played the 4 into the 6, nice and easy, and just roll the cue ball over to play the 1. I do like how he put the cue ball in the pack on that.
Sure.
That's another good option there.
Lou's got
He
to
could have done a
pull
little
his
bit more.
penny out so he doesn't forget that he's already spotted up. He did.
Mhm.
There you go. I watched the Derby City Classic with Dennis Arculio, who is currently one of the top one pocket players in the world. He's just won the U.S. one pocket championship again, and it seems like Dennis doesn't know what to do with the pennies. I watched him move the penny, and suddenly the penny he kept on moving until it was at the side pocket, and then he didn't. Then he had to spot another penny because he realized he owed a ball.
Did he put it by the side?
Well, he put it in the corner, but he still
Okay.
had the penny sitting there by the side pocket.
Mm. All right, we're still sitting here at
Lou's got
Lou
0.
Figueroa, -1. John 0. I'm getting called to watch a hit. I'll watch the hit.
It should be 0-0 now. Lou did he spot up his owed ball. The balls are not frozen. They're called not frozen. Therefore, Lou cannot just plow into them. Correct. Both guys have 0. They've asked Eddie to go out there and watch the hit. balls are not frozen, so Lou has to shoot away. Per the onepocket.org rules, Lou is going to owe another one. Or now he's going to owe one. There's a -1. Lou Figueroa. Score is good. Well, this was the most movement on the scoreboard we've had in successive innings.
Yes,
John's
which is a
got
good
it back
thing.
to his hole, and this
Now
one,
that's a nice
this one's
shot right
good.
there.
This one looks
It's a
good.
very
So
nice shot.
Cue ball's behind the stack, completely
Very
protected.
good speed on that 4-ball. Cue ball buried, absolutely. Now, if I was Lou, I might just bank the 6 out and keep the cue ball right behind the back. Let John come with something. And it was unfortunate. He wanted to shoot that 9 or play with the 9 ball and throw it out, but they were not frozen. It was very difficult to get a shot on that ball without jacking up and then losing the cue ball. So.
Right. Did he miscue last time?
He just tried to play nice and easy, and it was kind of a funny hit. Yeah, not exactly a miscue, but a very funny hit there.
Right.
And good speed on that 6 ball. John, I don't know if John knows that this is a double kiss here if he tries to do anything with it.
Yeah, because he can't do anything with it.
He's
You
jacked
can't
up,
put English
can't
on
maneuver,
there.
right. Can't finagle the cue ball.
Unless he wants to bank it high and have just the cue ball go up table behind the stack. If he wants to do that, but it's awfully tough stretch in this position as a right-hander.
I don't know if he can jack up and shoot the 5, pushing a few balls to his hole and bring it back behind the 6.
He'd have to jack up and PK the cue ball, or Massey, depending on what you want to say on this one.
I'll go with the Mike Massey.
Mike Massey.
And he and his crew may be here in April. I think the 2nd and 3rd or 3rd and 4th is a weekend in April that Mike Massey, Tom Rossman, and Steve Lilla's crew will be here. That was a nice shot there.
Good shot. Good decision.
Opened him up a little bit. Good cue ball.
Towards his side.
And it's a nice looking rack now. Table looks pretty good. Unfortunately for John, though, it was a good move, but the balls are still pointing and open towards Lou's pocket. They are not open towards his. That 14-4 is helping him, but the ball in the cluster. Lou banked the 7 ball, but it looked like it had the right turn on it. But once it hit the cushion, it didn't go back toward the pocket. Lou played for the triple combination leave. John might be just wild enough to shoot it. I'm not sure why he's going to shoot these balls. So I guess trying to get him out of the way. It's more like the cue ball only shot there. Is the 13 stayed on that, or the 12 ball stayed on that side of the table. 12 ball. That's a good cue ball on John's part. A lot better than the first 2 racks we saw. He was shooting very wild, very loose, very very wild.
Can you guys hear me when I talk?
I think he's thinking that it would be a problem.
No, I think he I wanted us to hear him. It would be a problem if we heard him, but we don't hear anything but ourselves in here in the booth.
Especially with our headsets
Commentary, yeah, everything's blocked out here. John Barton was asking if we could hear him when he was speaking, but he'd like to be heard by everyone, but he wanted to make sure he wasn't bothering us or distracting our commentary.
I think that was interesting what Lou played there. Lou ended up having to shoot John's ball in because there was no angle that he could actually get behind the ball, even to kick it out of there.
Right.
He shot between the 8 and the 9, I believe, just so he can hit the ball and make it. So John's got a ball.
He did sneak the cue ball back there. A fortunate double kiss. Kept it going the right way. And I think he's lined up very straight with that 12 ball. I don't think he has the bank. No. Can't do anything with the 9.
Yeah, if he was feeling wild, he could bank the 12. The 12 is
I'm sorry, I was referring to the 13. I'm sorry, excuse me. I apologize.
The 13 and the 12 are always going to be the toughest.
I'm looking directly at the table again.
The table, the lights.
The lights. 13 and 12 similar in color here with the Aramith TV balls. Good on the camera.
Yeah.
With my vision and eyes, it's not so clear.
I think he's going to bank this 13 out anyway towards the stack, but I don't know if he can clear the 14. Try to kind of keep the cue ball down here on the end rail.
I'll tell you one thing is it's a very obvious momentum swing from the first two racks where Lou was very steady, a little bit more aggressive,
Sure.
still playing wise but playing good shots, a lot of great cross-corner banks, very well-controlled cue ball, completely dominating and commanding the table as John was, lost for a while.
And giving
There's
up
no
the
other
table a
way.
lot.
Absolutely, there's no other way to explain it. It's like it was his first time playing one pocket, didn't know the right thing to do, and was just swinging wild and just trying to make balls. But now John's settled in a little bit, has become more conservative, and he's got his head into the game, and Lou has lost that control, that dominance at the table, and now he was playing conservatively before, more conservative now,
Right.
but he's not really in his comfort zone at this moment.
No. And I think that's what John is hoping.
That was
This
a nice
ball might
tight
crawl
bank.
in.
Oh, wow.
That was a good shot. And I don't
Mhm.
know that Lou can actually get behind this 13 at this point. The
This is a
7
dangerous ball to get out. Yeah, 7 ball blocks it a lot. So I don't think you can do anything with a 13. Maybe bank the 7, just follow up behind the 14 area.
Correct, yeah.
And just prevent a shot at that 13.
Yeah, and I expect Lou to make this ball.
He did. Good shot. Good prediction there. Now, does Lou play the 14 and come back to the 13, or just stop it? No, he can't stop it. John can make it from there.
Right. So maybe bank this ball and have the cue ball just slide to the left.
Yeah. He'd bank the 14 up, and he can follow it, let the cue ball slide up to the left and go up table.
Up table.
Put some more distance. And at the same token, he can throw the 14 a little bit more
Yes.
by doing that. If he wants to be real aggressive, he can jack it up, back it up,
Yeah.
and then hold the cue ball. Only bring the cue ball back a foot or so.
Yeah, right.
But
right.
that will
Just
put a
over
lot of turn on the 14 if he can pass the 2. But it'll make it go too wide. He's just going to play safe, nice and easy, get the 13 out a little bit more so he has more room. And in this game, more than any other game in pool, patience is virtue.
Sure. And that bunt right there
Mm-hmm.
becomes a huge play because now that opens up kicking it out of there much more than he was before. Notice he didn't kick it out before. He went for the
Right, he
bank
didn't have the
before.
room. And he just had to protect to get to the spot where he had a chance to get behind the ball. And now this rack is a lot different. -1 to 1 versus 1-0, and the balls arranged pretty fairly even
Fairly even, yeah.
on the table right now.
It looks like he's going to bank a 6 ball towards this side of the table and run to the 13, keep it on the other side of the stack. But he ran on the wrong side of the 13. He's safe, though.
I don't know if you heard him on camera. We heard him in the booth here. He said there's no luck in one pocket internet.
But that was a
That was John's saying, not mine. But,
Yeah.
you got a little lucky there.
He did. The 13, is it the 13?
Let
Yeah,
me go on
13.
record as saying there's luck in every
Every
game.
game,
I don't
every
care
game,
what it
yeah.
is. So just save the arguments.
Right. If the
Play
12
pool.
ball,
Stop arguing about stuff.
if the 12 ball had landed 2 or 3 inches to the right as we're viewing it, Lou would have a free shot to his side of the table and have the cue ball go to the left side of the table. But that didn't happen. John got a fortuitous one.
I just have to say it. I have to point it out. I know I don't have the chat room in front of me or anything, but can someone go check on that guy behind the Sandcastle Billiards and Aramis signs back there? He's nodding off. Someone grab a mirror.
Yeah, put the blade to his nose. Make sure he's
breathing.
breathing.
There. Has a better shot at him. There he is. We got movement. We
There
got
you go.
movement. We got heat under the lights. One pocket match. Super exciting one pocket match here. So, I could always turn on the lights, put this fog machine back on, and play some music blast in, and that won't be conducive to focusing on the game for the 10,000. So everything is in proportion and to an extent is fun, but when it gets down to it, this is a high focus game. Nice little combination. Send the ball over. Stays in line.
Trying to hook
John's
behind his
got
9.
a,
That's a nice shot.
But John doesn't really have anything there unless he can see that 13 clear, and it's just tough shot to play at this point. But he's blocked by the little dipper of balls there. The 3-ball combination is blocking his view of a clear shot. He might be able to send a 15 through there off the 13. That's what he's looking at now, and then he can bring the cue ball under the 12. If he can do that, I think that'll be the right shot. I don't know if the 15 goes clean or if it goes off the 13, but I think that's the right shot there. Play the 15.
And keep the cue
And
ball
then
on the right
cue
side.
ball under the 12.
The shot
Just
by
play the
Lou was
speed of the
actually
cue ball.
the shot by Lou was close to spectacular. He left the 3 long combination. He hid the 12 behind the 9. And John is gonna get away with it.
Or our luck. He did get away with it. He executed it well enough for it to be effective.
There you go. Yeah, we could just as easily say he got unlucky just to get the hit on the double kiss back on the 12 and the cue ball, because it wasn't a bad shot at all. Lou's
We're just going to cinch this and get
Right.
the cue ball staying there. Gets 2 balls away. Very
Right.
nicely done.
And we'll go back to the shot where he bunted that 13 over. If it was close to the pocket, it
Mhm.
wouldn't have been able to get out like that. It would have been tied up in the pocket. Doubled the points.
I'll tell you one thing, something that you don't see on the camera right now at home. Lou was crossing to go over to his chair to be seated, and John was about to get down on a shot. And Lou stepped back before sitting down to get out of John's way, and John stood up and waved him on. No, you can go ahead. And then Lou said, no, it's okay. You go ahead, shoot.
So they're still being
And they're still being cordial. All this bad blood and all this talk, when it comes down to it, face to face, 2 gentlemen. Maybe not verbally and banter from one or the other, but both here just to play. Both here to win. Now Lou's facing a very tough rack here, and he wants to keep this lead. I think he's lost momentum.
right.
He's not comfortable. John is himself right now. He's talking up a storm. I say that with love. But Lou executed a nice shot
shot.
there. Very
Two
good
real ball
choice.
out,
And
just a little
he
nudge in
didn't
the
leave that
14.
bank. That reverse bank there is a tough one. And there's no real cue ball control. That 15-2 could pose a problem.
John's
I think
firing
John's
a
gonna-
2-railer here. I think everything in
Mhm.
his mind is a 2-railer to his hole.
Yeah, well, that's actually
That's a
appropriate
scratch.
then, but
Oh,
no, he's
no.
going to survive it. Mhm. So we have now, let's see if that 15-2 or 2 lined up to do anything with. Can Lou get to the 2 ball?
Or he could just kick,
He can
knock his
slice-
15 towards his
Yes,
side and have the
exactly.
cue ball safe on the left side.
Thin the 15, exactly, and go up into the corner.
This is kind of like a Grady Matthews shot. Because the rest of us aren't shooting a 90-degree cut anytime soon yet.
Mhm. Maybe he's going off the 11
off the
behind
11.
there.
And
Mhm.
ball should go toward his side.
7 ball should go if it's
And the
enough.
5 ball. Oh, no, he didn't hit it hard at all.
Well, he's on the 14 very well.
So it looked
Very
like
well
he
done
looked,
there.
looked like he was playing the cue ball all the way to the 14.
Mhm. Now John's quick to the table here. I don't know what he sees. Okay, he's just going to
Trying
go
to get
back
into
to
the
the
stack.
back.
He got it a
All
little
right.
harder, and he didn't.
Mhm.
And I think if he had taken a
Just
little bit
thinner.
longer.
Right, just catch that ball a little more thin. It would have been nice to go right over.
Is this ball bank? Certainly looks it from here,
I
but
think
I'm
it does,
looking two
but
different two
I don't
different
like it
directions.
with that 2 ball over there.
Right, he has to play on the other side of the 2
Mm-hmm.
all the way. A little high right-hand English.
He might try
Get
to
it to the
cinch this
second
one.
diamond on the left side. And to me, I'd be playing the cue ball all the way.
Yep. And he does escape it. He does hold it behind the 2. Very well played. It's going to sit in his hole.
Oh, very nice of that.
Very nice. That was a nice clean roll.
Yep.
Good job, table guys, once again. I'm watching the stripes on the ball. If they wobble or anything, take a
right.
dip at the last moment. But good shot there. And gave him the ball. The ball was not coming out of that pocket. And at least not from the position he was
Right.
in.
1
So
to
he
1
gave
here.
him that
on
one.
games. Balls.
Mm-hmm.
1 to 1 in balls. Make sure Lou doesn't forget. He doesn't have a penny up, right? Nope.
No, he's clear. I think it went right into his pocket once he put his ball up.
And he did grab his ball.
John is trying to nudge the balls, making them work towards his pocket, but he's got to be careful and read those balls a little bit more. Now, Lou with more of a straight pull background, you can see which way those balls are going to kiss and line up on those little nudges, and Lou's just trying to open them. I'm sorry, John's just trying to open them up, but Lou's reading which balls are going to point where. So now the 7 points to his hole, 10 points to his hole. I don't think there's any combination.
Right.
10-7, of course, but other than that, those other balls do not go towards John's hole.
Fairly safe bank there, but it wasn't even close. He caught the point, and
that was fortunate for John there.
Fortunate for John.
He just completely changed that cluster around.
Yeah,
right there.
absolutely did. Maybe that was John's whole plan.
Maybe I gave him the microphone jinx. He said, yeah, they're all pointing to Lou's pocket. Well, until now.
Until now. John might as well shoot the 2 rails to his pocket.
I don't think I recall discussing a JB Case's logo being displayed in the arena here, but I can't make him take off his shirt, can I? I don't think we want that. All right, here he is. Let's see what he does.
Well, he's cutting the 8 ball.
Nice little cut
Got a
on
good
the
shot
8,
on it.
and it's rolling nice and clean and easy.
Well, moving this 8 ball is not a problem, but the cue ball is going to go up table to the and give the 9 ball up. And
right.
so he may consider just playing the ball. The cue ball comes back to the onto the foot rail. John can't make it from there. If he tries to just nudge it, he's got to guard against that slight double kiss because then the 8 ball will just hang there. I think he's just nudging it.
I just nudge it and bring it about half a diamond out.
Oh, he had a lot of shot at it. And see, he was okay. He hit it hard enough to get it up table to the 9 if it's in play.
Very
it's
nice cue ball.
It's a tester.
Very nice cue ball up table. Yeah, this is no question. You don't shoot this shot. There's no tester right here. I mean, the 8 ball's there, 5-9 combo. 11 is clear.
Maybe the 8 ball's a
There's just too
tester.
much.
And he's looking to fire.
Yeah, it's nice that he's looking to fire. It's not the right thing to do.
John is playing to the internet crowd. Lou is statue. Looks like the scratch is on.
I heard a little whoa baby
Yeah.
from John there.
Not quite safe on the cue ball. I think Lou has a 7. Oh, no, it's tougher than that. But look at on the monitor, the 7's tougher than what it looks like on the table in front of me. Scores 1-1 in balls here.
For those just tuning in, this is a race to 9. $10,000 posted by each side here. Lou Figueroa at the table now. John Barton of JB Cases from Xiamen, China.
Xiamen.
Xiamen? Thank you. I left it to the Asian man to correct me. I apologize. Chop that up.
I had to ask Karen.
Oh, yeah. I asked Karen earlier. I forgot already.
Pronunciation.
I wanted to get the pronunciation right. Because I keep on thinking of Xiamen.
It looks like he's going to carom this off the 10 ball, which he did, and covered it. Good shot. Xiamen.
Xiamen. All right, I'll practice for next time. All right, from
next time
China is John Barton.
Exactly.
And I know St. Louis, Missouri, you have
Lou Figueroa.
Lou Figueroa here. Settling this grudge match that started on the internet and on the AZ Billiards forums.
I don't know. I didn't think he was trying to nudge that ball for sure.
Yeah, he knows he messed up there. He rushed that shot a lot.
Well, it's good that he didn't nudge that 7 ball because it would have just been hanging out in the pocket. But you're right,
He got away with it.
With the internet grudge match, I'm not sure if anything will be settled here, but...
No. It'll definitely... well, you never know.
You never
know. A lot of times when there's a lot of tension, a lot of stress, it kind of, when you finally go face to face, and both have proven to be kind gentlemen, despite their differences and whatever bickering they've had going on, and one taking the more silent route, one being more obnoxious. More verbal about it, more vocalized, let's say.
I've known John for a
They've
long time, and I
both-
know he needs a little that energy.
Yes,
to
that's
keep
what
on
he
going.
does. He just, convinces himself and, helps hype himself up that way and motivates himself in that manner. But they, like I said earlier, they've both been very cordial, very gentlemanly towards one another. There hasn't been any death glares or anything. They said, we're here to play. They both not tried their best not to make eye contact with one another.
I think
and
there
they've
was
been very polite to one another in passing at the table and fouls, hits, and calls, and it's amazing.
There was a slight death glare on the PayPal joke this morning. This
Yes.
afternoon,
When we started things off here, John was trying his antics to get under Lou's skin and get in his head a little bit before the match, saying, "Oh well, can I PayPal you the money? I only brought a couple thousand here."
Had a tough
I
show.
didn't buy into it. I knew better, and Lou said, "No, I brought cash. Cash it is." And,
They were ready to go higher. John had mentioned that he'd already spent the money that he had sitting on the side to up it.
Mm-hmm.
And I know people will say that he's just saying it, but he'd already told me that earlier.
Yeah.
Before, this past week.
He had mentioned that to me also last week, that he had some more set aside because it was he brought it to my attention actually that it was posted out in the forums that they were looking to bump it up to 25, but he had it aside, and then he's a family man, so he must answer to the wife, the boss, and make the right decision here. 10,000 is more than enough to put out there to settle the score, significant amount. No one's looking to take anyone's life savings away here. And
2 rail for the 1. If he can get between the 13 and the 10, it's going to go right to the 7 ball. Here it comes.
Got on
right between
nice
the 13
and
and
tight.
10.
That was a beautifully played ball. He
This
cannot
ball-
execute that any better. That was a great shot right there by Lou.
We had a great angle on that, too.
Mm-hmm. For once.
We were
Anything
looking
that's shot right at the
it.
pocket here, we can see that one.
That's right.
But we have a little skewed angle looking at the table here in person from the booth. And we can only see shots as best as you can on the monitor as we see what you see at home
I
as
honestly
well.
think John is shooting the right shot here because he's so up against it with the way those
Well,
balls
it's not
are.
only that, but he's keeping the cue ball at the right end. A little bit less speed
Perfect.
would have been perfect. A little bit too far with the cue ball, but still, that 7 ball is tight in there. There's no room to cut it in. I think the 1 blocks it. I don't know.
There's no carom.
Maybe he can carry him. I don't know if he's. He can just nudge the 7 ball closer, but I don't think he can play the 7 ball.
So the cue ball ended up really, really good because one just a hair higher than surely he'd be shooting a combination.
Right.
He could control that.
No, now he's got to kick behind a 15, nice and easy, just nestle in back there. Yep, nicely executed. Very well done.
I think you need to take it intentional here or try to nudge it. I mean, if you have
Well-
the wherewithal to be able to touch this tip and get into the 15. But
I don't see a
there's nothing
3-ball
up, there's
combination
nothing
down
up
table.
There's nothing up table.
I mean, excuse me, I don't see any safe up table to really hide behind a 12 without taking a 3-ball combo and at least nudging it closer.
He's smashing to try to break out the 7.
No, he's coming back and drew back into that shot. What a shot.
He shot the circus
What a
shot, and
that was.
that was amazing.
Yep.
I want the instant replay on that.
That
He-
was-
he saw the frozen pair,
Yeah.
drew straight back into it.
It's true.
That's
Drew
a
straight back.
winning shot.
Right? Yeah.
He
Play
was-
this
he
8.
was
If he can
as-
hold this nice, he banks a 7 out, kicks the 1 away, and he's in good shape right here.
No. He's going up table to shoot these balls out for sure.
He's not shooting. He's going to be wiser on this one. He has to regain the lead. If he was in the lead, he's shooting this one. I'm going to give him a little bit of credit.
This is John Barton.
And say he's going to be a little bit more conservative, play the 8. He might try to get to the 10 and then get the 7 out. I don't think he's trying to run multiple balls here. He's looking to get on the 10 or so, and maybe the 5. See what he's comfortable with. Don't go down there. Just don't go there.
Remember, I said he's going to try to run balls, even though your shot is absolutely the correct shot. You should bunt this 8 in and bank the 7 that clears out a ball, and he's got a shot to run out. Instead, he's going up table, and he thinks balls are open.
Let's
and
just hope that those paths that he sees are there, because
he is Efren at this
I'm
point.
seeing,
He is Alex.
I said the 10 ball. I said the 10. I gave him the 10 ball, so much as 10 ball, but after the 10, you're done. There's no more.
2 balls that he's playing position for. I mean, if he misses a ball here.
Yeah, he can't. Yeah, he's gonna use the system now.
And this is the whole thing here.
Barton
This
here.
is system. He's overcut the system a couple times, and he overcut one
He
again.
overcut it again, and that's gonna harm him. And that's killing him right now.
The system is
He's
letting
shaking
him
his
down.
head. We goes. I don't want to insult any guys out there. No offense or anything, but I think that will be chalked up to system failure. System failure.
failure.
System failure.
The system's got to hold up.
I don't know. I don't
Under
think it's
pressure.
systems only work if you're properly executed, just like anything else.
Just like anything else. Just like anything
So-
else. Meanwhile, Lou
Not
has
promoting nor
he-
demoting the systems out there.
it's got an easy first shot.
Yeah.
And
Oh, the one ball
he
didn't come
chunked
out enough, did it?
Not so good.
Mm,
Not so
yeah,
good.
he's got enough of it. He can pocket the one.
But the cue ball now is on the side.
I think he
rail.
might do a zigzag and get out for the 3. He can play the 1, come back and forth for the 3 in the same pocket.
I'm not sure what he's tape measuring.
Yeah, I know he wants to measure the pockets. I think he said something like that. I'm surprised he got behind that ball.
Oh,
Right now.
he actually undercut it. He
overcut it or undercut it into the rail?
He overcut it so much that
He
the
pulled
cue
it
ball
away.
came back and pulled it off the rail.
Oh, okay.
So that was
So he hit it rail first.
that was huge.
Mm-hmm.
No, he just clipped the 1 first, but then it never got anywhere in the cue ball. Not that it matters. This is not a good shot. His ball
He's
goes.
laughing at himself, but I wouldn't be laughing here. This is a pivotal rack right here.
Pivotal rack. If John could tie it,
Or essential rack. He has to get this rack go 2-2 and make
Right.
it a race to 7.
all right.
He's up by 1 ball. He's giving up that. He's giving up a bank. He's giving up 4 balls right here, minimum.
Wrong side.
Unless I could do the microphone jinx.
The microphone jinx works again. He's working.
He
yeah,
can
he's-
bank
he's-
this. It is bankable. He can get under the 10.
But he's
They
playing.
can't.
But he's playing for this ball and this ball only.
Yes, that's it.
'Cause
He might get
he
lucky.
can't
He
even
might-
get
if
up
he
there
can
to play for a
maneuver
bank.
and put enough on it to get in between the 10-5, I'd be amazed.
Well, you know he's going to
get
be.
to the 5 at
you know he's
least.
going to be close to making this bank if he doesn't make it.
Yeah, so he
Lou-
can't position for anything. He's only playing this ball and then maybe sending the 10 ball 2 rails around and following up above the side pocket there. Let's see where he winds up off this 3 before we get too far ahead of ourselves.
Sure.
Or let me speak for myself before I get too far ahead of myself.
Yeah, he's going to go with high, just a hair inside to keep it on this side of the table.
And there's
Oh,
that
the
double
kiss
kiss.
is there.
There's that double kiss. See, that was the danger there. It wasn't naturally there, but we put it because he put all that inside English on it,
Right.
way more than a touch. He created a double kiss there. Okay.
John is firing.
John's
See?
going to fire that 10,
And
and,
I'm
I don't like it. I don't like
and I'm
it.
afraid that he fired it like that as a frustration shot from the last couple of shots.
Yeah, but we all know you can't let one shot affect another.
Exactly.
Blow some steam, walk around the table.
Yeah, if he
Take
goes,
your break,
if he
whatever
goes
you have
less
to
pace
do.
in that ball, it probably goes in.
That's
Coming-
the thing. A little bit less pace, he could have turned the ball a lot easier. But he hit it so hard it like dead railed the rail. you know.
Exactly.
Could hear it.
It's gonna hit the 2.
That's tough. That was tight. Might get a good kiss off the 3. No,
No.
not enough. Not enough to go wide out of the 10.
The
But they're not too ugly either, though.
No,
the 5-10 is pretty straight
The
and whole.
5-10 and it's got enough
There's-
room.
There's enough space to maneuver
Right.
to finagle that combination. Now, what John's got to do here, I think he can cut the 3 and just kiss off the 10. Just leave the cue ball. At the right speed, leave the cue ball by loose pocket here.
He might eyeball this up and see if there's a 5 off the 10.
That's what I was looking at also, but I don't think that's too wise to.
Yeah,
It's hard to control 3
Right.
different balls now. I mean, the other shot that's available is a lot more. You can get the same effect, same number of balls over to your pocket.
So he's shooting at the 3 ball and kicking at the
Right.
10.
Right. He's going to kick the 10 over to his pocket. It said the right speed. That was not the right speed at all.
Well, there's no shot there at least.
He
against the
got
left.
Fortunate. A fortunate failed execution.
Well, in the end, he was looking to kick the 10 out of there and hopefully to kick the other ball out of there. And in the end, that's what got accomplished, I suppose.
I think if he caught the 3 thinner as he was to pocket it, he would have caught the 10 a lot more full and sending it over with more speed to his pocket. It would be over the midway point for sure, maybe by loose hand over there by the chalk. And then the 3 ball would just be brushed over a little bit, but he hit the 5 would have been brushed over a little bit more. But the 3 ball was caught so full on that. He caught the 10 too thin.
Well, we're even on balls here, 3-3.
Mm-hmm.
It's 2-1. Lou Figueroa, race to 9. Every game, of course, is pivotal, but I think this game, if John wins this game, it's stronger for him.
Absolutely. It's going to boost his momentum for sure. But if Lou's able to pull this one out, I think it's going to be a real tough battle to start climbing back in.
Right.
It's going to be a 2-game lead or 1-game lead, 2-game lead, 1-game lead back and forth.
Right. You run out of games.
Yep, that's it until it runs out, exactly. I don't see John giving up at all, but he needs to win this match to make it an even race again.
This game.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, this game to make this match an even race.
He's looking at the well, there's no one. I don't think he can one rail this 11. Where does his cue ball go?
You're asking me something there's no way of predicting. John's cue ball, it'll stay on the table.
He is one railing. He's running into the 3. This ended up
did hold it.
T ball.
He's all
Pretty
right.
good.
He's all right.
Pretty good.
That's pretty well done.
Looked
As
like
long as he sticks a little bit more conservative, keeps the pressure on, Lou's struggling with him now. But when he was all wild and crazy, taking so many chances before, he was handing the games over.
Exactly.
He had a few opportunities, but it was just his head was not playing one pocket whatsoever.
Correct. And quite honestly, this game he could have given away as well, and it didn't
Mhm.
happen. Lou, on that thin cut on the ball in his pocket, he ran into an open ball.
Yep, there's that double
Another
kiss
double
again.
Another double kiss, and
Gotta
you know,
watch those. He
one
got away with
pocket-
this one.
one pocket player like Lou is supposed to be able to get out of those kisses,
Mm-hmm. Should be easily recognized.
and he's been
And that does not matter on the rails either, so long as the balls are the same size and
right.
weight, the rails will all react the same for both balls.
Slight twist bank here. Well, when John aims up like this, it looks like he's completely out of control.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's in the
That
pocket.
speed he might. be,
No, boy, I thought that
ran
ball was in.
around now. Now you got that rail in these sharp,
That's it. That's
straight
it.
cut pockets. They don't slop them in. No. Henceforth, rule number 2 is speed. Protect the cue ball. Speed on your shots to your pocket. If you can do both at the same time, great. If not, duck and wait. I see Walter Matthau nodding off again on that back rail. That's why I wanted to have the ladies first up with 10 ball, have a little bit faster pace, pick it up,
There it is.
have a
yeah.
little music to wake everyone up here, and this is not for a lack of intensity here. The air is still thick.
Exactly. I got to tell you, man, I love watching One Pocket. I really do. It's my favorite game.
If you're a player that's in the game and you understand it, yes, you understand the beauty to it. But it's
but I
tough
can
for a lot of
definitely
people.
understand why people would fall asleep.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We have Santa Claus in the crowd as well.
Yep, Jeff there on the sidelines with his Santa hat on. I don't know if he has a red plaid shirt for every day, but he does play the part quite well. Very nice guy, by the way. I just met him today.
John looks
Don't
like
let
he's
the beard fool you.
looks like he's banking. This one was out well.
I don't know if he remembers anything about speed on these shots. He's
No,
just
no.
rushing the shot, one stroke and firing away. He's trying to do a little mantra on the side.
And this one,
And
Lou's banking this one without much punishment. Oh, he
Yep.
banked firm at it. He
Yeah, he
was
wanted to
he was
hold the cue
straighter.
ball.
He was straighter than I thought.
he shortened up the bank a lot with that, which is good. He needed to shorten up a little bit more, but he held the cue ball quite well. So he did the right thing there.
Here we go again. John's firing. 11 ball.
Well, if you throw up enough junk on the wall, some of it's got to
Something's gonna
stick, right?
Oh,
There he is, and another
Nope.
wild swing, and
Little short.
another short bank.
Same
Last time
shot
was wide,
back.
this time is short. He's got to fine-tune that, and he'll be all right.
well, this one looks almost the same. So if he's tried to stiff the other one, he's going to stiff this one too. And if he stiffs this one enough, you'll hear the bell ring in the back of its Gold Crown 3.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's
It's a beautiful sound.
It is.
I love that sound. I hope to do it
Going
one day.
Slow.
Yeah.
No, he didn't. He didn't want to fire at it. Of course, I can't see the angle.
I'm looking at the camera angle here now. John, it's tough to escape this, but it is possible to get away from this 11 ball back over. If he wants to cross bank it and send the cue ball up table by the 9.
If John tries to bank one of these balls back to his hole again, all he's accomplished is Lou
Give
being
me-
able to slowly bank all the balls towards his
All right, here's a
pocket.
nice two-railer. That's better.
And
he
that is
made
in the-
it.
And
That was a
he's
great
straight
shot
in
there.
about 2. Well,
That's
so
a
far,
great shot there.
so
Shot
far-
on a 2. He can follow up and get behind these balls. Well, there's that little bit that stuck.
that's right.
A little engine that could.
John has come with the great couple of railers more often than Lou has on these, but then again, he's been taking more shots like
Yes.
that
And I don't know why he's jacking up on this.
because he's trying to get behind the 3 ball.
But that doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. It doesn't. He's
You
not.
don't have
He's
to.
not Efren.
He knows that, so he should not be doing that.
Right. Cozy it up there and hang his
Mhm.
ball if he misses.
I'm gonna
Cue
have to spend
ball's,
some time
cue
with John
ball's
after
already
this
9
match.
feet away. Did he not come over here with you before? In his
No comment. What do I know? Yeah.
looks like Lou will Lou will slow one rail it. I think the 13 towards his pocket. Cue ball stick by the 6 ball.
Nicely done.
Right
Brought the 6
down
ball
the
in,
center.
right in there.
And Lou comes with a good shot.
Right. Nice, nice. Now he's got that 11. I don't know if that 5 kicks out. Can he get behind that 5 on this if he plays the 11? Past the 10 and kick the 5 away?
I think so. But it's so
He
far
could all,
away.
but
The
this,
execution
you know what?
of that
2 balls, great. Double bank the 2 ball, put the cue ball on that 12-3 down there, and I think that's the right shot. If you can generate enough to get on that, to send a 2 ball, 2 rails back and forth. Tough shot, because then you're also going to have that ball to spot up. The 6 ball that got pocketed in the top left corner of the screen has a spot after this. So if he's double banks the 2 ball to his hole, keeps the cue ball down there by the 12-3. It's a real firm, stiff. He's just going to roll it up. I don't think he has enough power getting generated on that. No, he did.
Double
He
bank.
did. Double bank, get out the way. This ball spots. Cue ball's nice on the right side. Correct. He brought the cue ball up here as opposed to sticking it there, which is a great, great shot.
These guys have to clean up their scores here. I think one is, there you go.
Yeah. Yep, 1 spots. There was a 6 ball that actually went down in a hole. 1 goes to Lou. So we have 4-4. No, I'm missing something here. No, that's right.
There's
4-4.
another ball behind the,
Okay,
the 3
right,
ball.
right,
to
right.
see.
Yep, I just counted. That's right. I just referred to it too. Alrighty.
Well, that was a pretty decent
The
shot there.
monitor sees a second ball. I don't see it. All right.
I don't know if Lou can see the 5 ball to get it out of there, but
If
he
he's
can.
kicking behind it, he might just roll it nice and easy and get the
can't
behind.
get it.
Oh, no,
He
okay.
couldn't see it. This is
What?
going to be a
I don't know
sellout.
if I like this here. Oh, my, yeah, he's just shaking his head. This is exactly what John needed to crawl back
Exactly.
into this game.
This shot here, all you have to do is slow roll
Excuse
this
me.
ball. The 5 ball it will
Comes right
naturally
back
go
up
right
natural.
there. There's
Exactly.
nothing that can go wrong here as long as you just slow
Oh,
roll
you
it.
just did it. You just did the microphone
I
jinx.
know it. I know it. If he tries to do a draw out, he's just
He
asking
doesn't
for trouble.
have to do anything.
Exactly.
Now I have a good angle. Looking at the table directly, I don't know if you can see it as well as I can, but that cue ball goes right past that 5, comes out naturally. It might bump the 13, fine, if he goes wide on it. But it's a little high ball. I don't know what he's looking at. He's trying to play next.
He's trying to.
Is he trying to bank the 13 next?
He's trying to invent a problem.
Yes.
He just needs
I
to.
like the way you stated that.
He just needs to put this ball
Trying
in
to
there.
create an
slow,
issue here.
Slow roll
Nice
this
and
ball.
easy. There you go. See, you just barely brush it. He's fine. It's natural.
And then make this ball.
Mhm.
And
now
bank
he
the
has the
13.
banks and then the
Nothing
2
crazy.
straight up. That's it. Keep it simple.
I think what I've seen John made the mistake on was that sometimes he has a shot and shoots like a 9 ball where creates an angle trying to get someplace rather than just cozying up there, get the
Mhm.
score, move a ball to your pocket. See that? He's
He's explaining what he was trying to do. Cue ball, 9 ball, something. I don't know. I got lost.
I think he was saying that he's playing like 9 ball.
Oh,
Just
like 9 ball.
Pretty much what I'm saying. He really
Yep.
needs to just put this ball in, slow it in there, and then bank the 13. Bank the. Is that the 13 or 12? 13.
13. 12's up by the 3, hiding from me.
You see he's jacking up. He's going to draw straight back when he really just
Just
straight.
follow straight out. Oh, that's
Yeah,
the problem,
that's just asking for
man. It
trouble.
doesn't matter. He gave that one up. He had all those balls right there at his disposal. Just pocket the ball. Settle for the reverse bank
And
on a
again,
13.
And look at the score. If he makes that ball at 6, and then he's banking a ball for 7 to get into the 1 hole. Instead, Lou now will be able to shoot 3 balls
Right.
that are wide open if he's got enough angle. And he'll
I don't
be-
know how much more Lou could have given that game. But it's a nice little bunt here. Drift right out.
He smashed it.
Yeah. I
But-
thought he was going to play 13 and come up for the 10, but I think he got a lot more than he expected, too. He just wanted just past the 10, but he's all right. No harm done. Following up here, he'll be even with the 5 ball, so he's not giving up anything if he misses. Nice roll. Follow up.
And he's on the ball.
Yep.
So he'll get his 3. He'll be needing 1, and he'll be banking.
John will need 3, and it should have been the other way around.
Exactly. If he kisses this
Kisses it
nicely,
off. No.
well, he's free to shoot this.
Mm-hmm. It's not on the rail, so there's a lot of leeway there. It's off the rail enough.
Sure, and he's going to go 1 rail and tuck it right on the 12 ball.
He's going to roll up on it. No.
No, he's banking all the way.
I was being facetious there. I was
Where
going to say,
he
if he could
broke
get
those
under those
balls up.
balls, it'd be nice, but
And I think he was trying to
he
tuck
didn't
up
need
there,
to
but he didn't need to break him
out.
up.
He didn't need to break him out. That's what I was actually going to say there. All you need to do is just nestle up against them and use them as protection.
This is the kick, cross face, and bank it. Where's he
Let's
going?
see if he hits it
Oh,
well. He
well,
got it
he
out.
got it
It's
out
a
of
legal
there.
hit. It's
Needed
a
to see if that ball was frozen. He's
safe.
going to shoot it like that.
Mhm. Try it. Saved me a trip. Here's Lou, John sitting.
We know John.
front of
We
the-
know John is explaining to us how he dogged that out, or
Mhm.
at least dogged the control of that. Lou playing conservative by just keeping on his side of the table. I don't like the 2-railer here. That 13, the 12 ball is in the way, but John will just smash something. Going for the 2.
He went for the 2.
Looks good.
Free shot.
Looks
and he
good.
might have made it right in there. No. Oh,
Not bad.
good shot, though.
And it
Good
hung
shot.
out there.
He was actually not that bad on the speed. It was still bad, but not as bad on
Oh,
the speed
yeah,
on
not,
that.
Not
if you
bad
played
at
it,
all.
if you played it on the, if you played a true pocket speed or lag speed, I think it might have pulled into the pocket more. Had the spin on it, coming natural spin off the rails. Would have pulled it into the pocket a little bit more. No, Lou's long and pretty straight on this ball, so he's got to be careful here. Spin it, bank it out. Double kissed it.
Wow.
Got a fortunate double kiss there, and right to his hole.
I got to look at that shot again because that looked like it
Mhm.
was a natural.
Yeah, actually, that reminds me of a shot one time. Oh, look at this.
Oh.
He tried to shoot it, and he just... Yeah, look at that. He just
Where's
gave-
his music?
Look at
Look
Lou.
for his music.
Yeah, he wants
Lou
the
is looking
music
for
now.
his music.
He wants. He said, "Yeah, give me the music now." Yep.
All right, that's game
Yep.
4. Lou Figueroa is up 3 to
3
1.
to 1.
John really
All right.
gave that one away.
Now I was playing a little "How I Could Just Kill a Man," and
That's right.
and John's dancing to it. So now we're gonna pump up Lou Figueroa, who was a little bit more timid before this match came into play. Now he's smiling, having
Now
a little
he's
fun with
smiling.
himself. And I'm telling you, it's a real big turnaround. You never know when you have a long time feud and
Sure.
you guys meet face to face. It
Yeah,
might make
yeah,
a stronger bond
Man.
than a bigger wedge.
I doubt it.
Let me try, Jeff. Would you just let me try here? I'm sorry, Freddie. I apologize.
Yeah,
I'm looking at Santa Claus in the crowd.
tell you,
That's
Jeff
Jeff
there.
over there. I'm sorry, Freddie. All right,
Lou
we
was
have a player timeout
taking
from
a break.
Lou.
Lou didn't take a break last time.
No,
John
he didn't
did,
take a break when John went, but yeah. Now I think they're both being very cordial. They're
Yeah.
both under the same pressure, so They're being very courteous to one another, and I don't know what John was trying on that last shot
I
there
mean,
for that 5 to get it out of there.
It certainly looks like John is in this game. He does have more one pocket knowledge than the last time I saw him.
Yeah,
but
he's definitely been putting his time in and studying.
But he looks like he wants to just run balls when it looks like bunting a ball in and playing a little safer. Checking the ball count. Checking the ball count would have been huge.
Yep.
He was on 5.
Absolutely.
If he makes a 6 and is shooting at number 7, is a whole lot different than let's 2-ton the 5.
I keep
or
referring to some rules, and that's rule number 4.
Yeah,
I haven't
yeah,
gotten to that
Oh,
yet. Knowing the count.
Right.
Knowing the count helps you
standard
make that decision. But those, not my rules, but
these
things I've been told
have
along
been
the way, and they're in
the
the book
standard things, right?
everywhere. Exactly.
And John is not sticking to even the basics of those.
Well, just for those tuning in, I have Freddie Agnew here, the corner man, in the booth with me. As you see, one of Lou's cohorts there, Dustin, coming in, protecting his cue.
Protecting the cue.
Yeah.
Lou's
That
got a
is
Gina
a
cue out
Gina
there.
cue, a
Right.
beautiful Gina cue he's using.
It's Lou's travel Gina cue.
Yes,
He has
he
much
takes
more
it with him everywhere. And
he's
I
got
thought
a
he'd take it with him
fancier
to
one.
the restroom, but
yeah, he's got a fancier one.
yeah, that's a shooting cue, and that's a gorgeous cue, and he uses it well.
I believe that John is using a Mike Johnson cue, a Jensen cue. Mike Johnson. John is practicing on the table. A lot of tournaments, they don't allow you to do this, but
This is action. This is
It's action,
friendly,
that's right.
Friendly matchup here. Unfriendly, friendly matchup. Which turned out to be a friendlier matchup than I expected.
Much more cordial.
Much more cordial than I expected. I got called out for third-party interference as opposed to these two who've been silent towards one another.
Exactly.
And actually, very, very, very courteous to passing and seating and
How crazy
taking
is
breaks.
that?
As, I don't care. I don't care.
How crazy is that the only trouble we had was from a third party that should not have been
It should
part
not
of
have
the
been
game.
an issue. Should not have been a part of it. But him and John and that third party had also had words or bouts, and they were supposed to settle things on the table. Also, that never happened, and they just went on. So it just goes to prove that people's true colors in person are completely different than what you see online in text, or maybe misinterpreted. Demeanors cannot be seen over text. So be careful in misinterpreting things. But other sides to that is maybe not so pretty when they are in person and someone has something stuck in their head, as we saw earlier.
Right.
So now that element has been removed, and these two guys can just play without third-party threats or anything. So I see Lou making his way back to the arena now. You're being broadcasted from Sandcastle Billiards here in Edison, New Jersey. I'm still trying to recover from the Super Billiards Expo week here.
We had a good one last week.
Oh, it's a killer. A few nights all night long, 24 hours. Guys hanging out, playing, enjoying, friends in the pool world hanging out here. Everyone from local nobodies to Shane Van Boning, Thorsten Holman, all these guys hanging out. It was a great time. All dignitaries of the game, all having a great time. No problems, having lots of fun. And I'm tripping over my words today, so my throat is sore and my mind is mush. But here we are in Sandcastle Billiards, streaming to you live via AccuStats Video Productions in the Aramid Simonis Arena.
What a great place. What a
Thank
great
you
arena
very much.
here.
Thank you very much, Freddie. We've got John Barton and Lou Figueroa. Lou Figueroa up 3-1 in this race to 9. This is scheduled to be no more than 8 hours of play. We're now at 7 o'clock. The last hour of play will be midnight. I'm pretty sure they're going to finish the rack that they're in or not start a new rack if it's near that time, and then commence tomorrow in this race to 9. So
so far, if I look at this match overall, Lou has had the more patience. John's come with some great shots, and actually John has come in a couple of these losses. He had the out, and he decided to try to go all the way out when
he went all out.
Less aggressive may have been the right move, but certainly this could have been easily the other way around.
Absolutely. I mean, we should, in all essence, be looking at a 2-2 score here.
Right.
And John playing a good shot there. He's shooting a lot harder than I've seen him shoot all week long. He's been hanging out here and practicing, getting acclimated to the tables, and his stroke speed is just completely 4 notches over than what he's been hitting with. And he was finessing balls, playing shots better previously, or other days throughout the week.
He shot that ball so fast we couldn't see how the break laid out and what the right shot was. And my feeling is that the cue ball out into the stack is normally like option 2 or 3 off the break. John didn't think about it twice and went in.
Lou's disappointed in that shot there. He's trying to get up on the 2 ball, but he allowed John a shot on the 1. He's going to use his aiming system here. He's going to try to make this ball come off the pack, have a shot on the 3.
That's the old aiming system where you pretend that you're going to
I'm sorry, he's
shoot.
shooting that pocket.
There you go.
I'm watching the wrong table here. I don't even know which rocket's whose anymore.
There you go. Well, he got the first shot, and
Does a nice bank combo, something that happened there.
this is going to be a case where he just has to take what he's left rather than trying to create more than what he's got, and he's trying to
Look
create.
at this. He held that ball. He did a nice job at it that time. He's okay now.
He
He
powered
can
that one
shoot
with
that
inside
15
English.
and come under the 1 ball here. That's what he's going to do.
Well, he has to come underneath the 1 ball, but he can't go around the 1 ball.
Right. He went right into it.
Oh,
He
that
did
was a good shot.
He should have been able to pocket that ball if he took his time a little bit more on that shot. He's still rushing around the table, even though he's normally a fast-paced shooter. He's really not getting set down on the ball before he fires, before he pulls that trigger. And
Sure.
it's-
A slow cut shot like that should have been hanging, if nothing else, but he overcut it anyway.
Mhm. But you see the very methodical, slow-paced, well-thought-out demeanor of Lou at the table versus John's, overzealous and over-offensive style here. Lou shortened that up a lot. He shook his head as soon as he hit it. He knew
Right.
he hit it too thick. What do you see? John goes to spin the 15 in. Okay, let's see what he does here now.
It has been a long time since the first game, but people may not remember this who weren't on here, but Lou's first interaction with the table today was to accidentally touch an object
Touch another ball.
What,
Yeah,
what a way to start this kind of nervous type of
Well, that just shows
yeah,
the
right.
intensity and the nervousness. But again, it's 1 pocket rules. It's cue ball fouls only. If you move a ball, it's your opponent's option to let him shoot as it is, or to replace the ball, spotting it the best as possible.
he
back where it
actually
was.
shortened that ball too much there.
He was looking to catch a 15. He came real close,
Right.
but it was a little too short exactly.
That would have been a tremendous shot for John because he was definitely off to the races there.
But he's got the cue ball in the right position. Would have been better if he just stuck it behind the 1. Which he could have done there, but
What's the ball count here? I think
got
it's
it wrong.
2-0 on John Barton is up.
that is correct. John's got 2. Lou Figueroa 0.
And Lou broke these balls.
Yeah, it doesn't look that way. by
Well,
looking at
there's
the
a
rack
couple
now.
balls still over there from the break, but they haven't been in place.
Mhm.
Looks like you just float on the top of the 6 ball and go between the 8 and the 9 and just end up in the side rail. But that's John's side of the table. The balls will start moving, so 8 ball, then back the 8 ball.
Yeah, just
But
hold the
much-
cue ball on
much-
the rail.
Much
prevents
better,
a 15.
much better shot.
Now he's got a bank on the 6 ball. Let's see if he sticks it to the pack there, holds it, or if he rolls up to the rail. I'd like to just hold the cue ball right there, if possible.
Sure, because
There's no open pocket there, so he might brush the 14. If he comes short, he can't pocket it. So just stick the cue ball behind that little line of balls.
There's a danger if he tries to draw the cue ball back and suddenly
Goes to 13. I mean, a
Right,
stop
exactly,
shot. I mean, he should
exactly.
be at his level. He should be able to execute a stop shot. It's
right.
fairly straight on the ball here.
Exactly.
You feel that speed there. I mean, he has another option if he wants to try to widen the 1 and run into the 11 to stop the cue ball there.
It looks like
That's
the
very
1 ball's
risky.
in-
The right shot's
and
just a simple stop shot here.
Bump the 11, but he didn't put the cue ball control that didn't
There was
required, and the 1 ball
Did
came.
not exist. Cue ball control did not exist on that shot whatsoever, and the speed on the 1 ball. Just trying to splash the pack any chance he gets, and it's not always the right shot just because
Exactly.
it's there.
I thought he was shooting that 6 ball.
Yeah,
It
same
looked
here.
like he was
Even when he got
eyeing
down
that
on
up.
it. Yeah.
He was eyeing that 6 ball all the time. Then he went over to shot the 1 ball.
Yep, he had us both fooled on that one.
And it looks like Lou will shoot the 1 for the
Mhm.
move instead.
He can. I don't know if he can avoid the 9 or bump the
Bump
9,
right
but
into
he's
the 9.
okay. No, he can
Oh,
avoid
he
it.
had a lot of room to avoid it,
Mhm.
and that's big. 'cause
And that's
now
perfect speed. He didn't give up the 15. He's got a nice shot on the 14, and taking control of this rack.
And if that 14 goes, he's going to take huge control of this rack. Because Lou can run balls out. Lou's our ball runner in the small pack game here.
Broke him up. Did it
Got a
12
shot.
got free. 12 is free. 12 does go by the 6th. They're not touching at all. Plenty of room. Nice easy roll out for the 6th. And he can... I don't know if he's going to go 13 then get the 15 out. Oh, he's coming around for it. And there's the one ball that could have been trouble, but he got a nice little friendly bump.
Right. And he's on it.
Now, how much angle does he have to play with here? I can't tell to get to the 6, 15, 13.
That's enough.
area. Okay. It's enough to get on the 5.
That's a good shot.
Mm-hmm. Very nicely done. He's getting comfortable here. He takes his rack down. It's a commanding 4-1 lead in a race to 9.
And that last game was really huge.
And we might be able to wrap it up in a single day. If that does occur,
This is a nice
later on
shot
this
here,
evening
playing
we'll
for
have
the
a
10 ball.
closeout with the ladies' event.
A little bit on the wrong side, but to get up there, the ball on the side of the table is not bad at all, because that takes care of another ball that may have gone into John's pocket.
Right.
So when these two played the first time, John did shoot pretty much the same way, but he made those aggressive shots, and that seems to be the difference here too. That some of these aggressive shots, he's going to go for them no matter what. And if he makes them, he might be off to the races.
Well, as I started to mention, if we do wrap up in one day here tonight, and it is a runaway match, and someone gets to 9, this evening will be closed out by another ladies' match, which would have been tomorrow. Verona Andoni and Sandra Stevens playing a race to 10 and 7 ball, changing the pace back up. Another 2 lovely ladies that can play the game. Lou fires that in. You hear that bell on that one?
I heard the bell. And he's playing for the 15, but I think he came up a
Yep,
little short.
little
He wanted
short.
to have that tough cut on 15.
He might be able to push these balls up and draw back to where he is.
So the 4, 7, 13 towards his buck and draw the cue ball straight back.
Might be able to do that, or I don't. The 9 doesn't go past anything. No. Even if he thins the 9 over to the side of the table and just sends a cue ball down behind the 8, he'll be in good shape over there. John's hands will be tied on that, but no. Option number 1, jack it up and back it up. No 9 ball.
He's got to hit it hard enough so it goes all the way back, which he did.
Thought he'd do that off the 4 ball, unless the 7 doesn't touch the 13. It looks like it's going right into it, in the right direction. Push those balls over and bring the cue ball back to there. It was the same speed shot, same execution. Nice simple dodge there.
Did he just leave him a bank, or is the bank going?
No.
The cue ball's going the wrong way. Right.
Yeah, cue ball's going into those balls.
Into those balls, and Lou certainly doesn't want to do that.
Big thank you to azbilliards.com, always supportive here. Simonis Cloth, they're playing on 860 HR Tournament Blue. And they are using Aramith balls with a red circle cue ball. So we've got the best equipment available, plenty of space, room, and platform, and the best broadcast available. Brought to you here, courtesy of JB Cases. Rather than this being a pay-per-view event for covering certain expenses, John Barton's been gracious enough himself to foot some expenses of the stream and crew.
Oh, it's awfully nice of him.
At a great discount, but he offered, and we did the right thing on our end as well to offer just covering costs in here. So no stream is free to do. I know Ustream's looking to charge some more things and bump up prices, as they've done their job in providing a free platform for long enough as they feel, and they're entitled to have a fee if people want to continue using their services. But nothing is for free.
Nothing's for free.
So we thank John for his graciousness in providing this free stream to all of you.
Pretty good shot by John. Almost covered it. Double bank bank the 11 towards his hole. Looks like Lou's going to soft play this one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Good hit. Good hit.
It was close, but it was good. It did brush the 11
just
and the rail.
brushed it on the way in.
Mm-hmm.
John could stand to make a ball and get going here. He needs to make a ball, make a couple balls, and get a scratch back from.
I think he needs to put a little bit more inside on those two rail attempts he's doing. Mm-hmm.
I can't see the angle that Lu's
I can't
shooting
tell
at. It
if
looks
he's
like he's
spinning
just
the
cutting
8
the
or
ball.
15. I can't even tell.
I think the 8, but I can't tell from this angle. If he clips the 8, ooh,
15 it is.
15 it is. Looked like he went through the 8 ball. It was so thin. Looks like John wants to fire the 9 ball.
He wants to win a rack here is what he wants to do.
Yeah, he desperately needs to win the rack because 4 to
He's
1.
down 6-2.
Down 6-2 and down 3-1 in games. Going down 4-1 would be a big mountain.
That'd be a midway point for Figueroa, and John will have to really rally back.
John is stuck on his chair, literally.
Maybe slow him down just a bit.
Yeah, exactly. He was already ready to run balls. John wants to bank this 13, but the cue ball can't get out of the way. He's going to get a foul here. Trying to just get the balls over there. Now it's he's down to 1 ball, 6-1. Looks to be that Lou can play 3 into the 8 ball. 8 ball go to his pocket. The cue ball will get covered by the entire stack of balls here. Doesn't need to go out too much. That's a nice shot. Now he wanted to tuck. Oh, he really needed to snuggle it into the rail, but John has a free shot on something. He wants to snuggle this back. That's a good shot. Need a little more separation. He needs the balls. John needs the balls, and therefore he needs the separation out of those balls. Tucking them into tight buried conditions is not going to help him as much. Lou only needs 2. In fact, Lou needs to make 1 to make John need everything else that's on the table. There's no bank here, I don't believe. I don't believe you can bank on that 4. But that's what I'm looking at the table. He might be able to bank this 4. Well, he's shooting right at it, isn't he? Spin bank the 4. Crawl forward with the cue ball. No, he couldn't. Okay. Just get it on his side of the table. The 4 ball on that side sort of prevents John from just flailing the 9 ball and having the cue ball. No, as soon as they say that. Might make something. Well, there's a ball hanging. John's wife, Karen, was hoping. Was almost in the pocket. That ball's deep. If that ball went in, John had 3 open balls. If not, 3 open balls. And there's no way to knock that ball out of there with a cue ball. So Lou looks to knock it out with combination without scratching. Good shot. Six to 2, Lou Figueroa over John Barton in balls. Lou also leads 3-1 in games. John is playing the 7. It looks like he's playing the 7 off the 3 ball. The 3 ball looks like it'll die on Lou's side, so I'm not sure why he would do that. At this point, John can't leave the cue ball up table. There's balls to shoot for Lou. Both the 8-ball and the 4-ball go. The 3-ball also goes. The cue ball's got to stay down table. I like going brushing off the 13. Is that the 13 or the 12? One rail out and getting to this. Try to kill it on the end rail. The foot rail. You got to get it close to the 9-ball if he's going to shoot the 12. Is that the 13? He's looked at this shot a couple times already, shooting the 7 into the 3-ball. I don't know where he thinks the cue ball is going to go. Maybe draw the cue ball down to the 9.
Well, he made the 7 in a neutral pocket. Does that do anything?
No, but he got the.
He did lock up the.
The cue ball needed to be
12
closer
ball.
to the 9 because there's this is a bank on the 11. I believe. I'm sure Lou will just play for one ball here and try to have the cue ball behind the 13-7 pair. He's not going to go crazy. And he's in the 1 hole.
Mm-hmm.
Lou doesn't need to put balls in play, so bring the 9-ball up table and make sure that he doesn't leave the bank. And he certainly doesn't need to, well, actually both those balls are open for John, so it doesn't matter if Lou breaks them out or not. Lou's on 7, needs 1 to go to 4-1. John can't just give up this game. I think Lou is going to straight bank to his pocket. There it is. Leaving it on the end rail, good position. John's been firing at everything. Well, now he's looking to see if he's got a frozen one. Completely gunning here. And he's shooting the 7. Because he's certainly given up the... Okay, good.
Nope, he's shooting a 7.
Yeah,
Play the right shot, nice speed.
Every time he rears back like that, I think he's going to fire
He's going to fire
it.
away, I know. About some nice, steady form, slow, focus here. He's jumping back, rearing back, and yep.
Lou gives him that ball. I don't
Yeah,
think
with
he
these
needed to,
straight
but
cuts, it's tough to really get him out of there.
Right.
There's not a lot of room to work with. It makes the shelf appear deeper.
John is shooting another 2-railer? No, okay, he's just playing.
He's playing the cue ball, that's all.
John needs them all. Lou shoots a 2. No, just 2 rails to the side of the table. He only needs 1, so he doesn't need those balls in play. In fact, leave them right there would be okay as far as Lou's concerned, so John's forced him to take 1 out.
John did a nice job getting the cue ball around the 9-ball there.
Well, if Lou decides to shoot a stop shot on this 4-ball, John will be banking the 9 unless the 4-ball's close to his pocket.
Yep, nice 2-row stop.
It's going to go out.
But
it blocks the
it's going
bank.
to be lined out. Yep. And there's no bank. Actually, he can get it pretty close. He might be able to turn it in a little bit, actually. I think he has enough room to turn it in. Doesn't look like it's too straight. From that camera angle, it looks like there's enough room to cross bank it. He just has to escape it. Touch it with a little bit outside. Or play the 9. He went conservative, which is good. I'm proud of him for
That's
that.
right.
I
Good
really
shot,
expected him
good
to try
shot.
the 4-ball there.
Oh. Well, that changed the shots. I think that changed the shot selection for the worse for John, actually,
Mhm.
but he doesn't care.
If he can hold it under the 9, he's okay.
Right.
There he is. It's
He's gotta
actually
get up
helped
there.
out.
It's got to get up there.
Actually helped out. It acts as a blocker.
And the 8-ball gets
Yep,
Lou
jacked
jacked
him up.
up.
So that 9-ball was very fortunate for John in actuality. No one else would it be other than John.
Lou's going to bank this, try to spin it with inside, jacked up over the 8-ball. So he's missed the path a couple times already. It's a tough shot, no matter what. That's going to be a tough shot to get it close
Mhm.
because you've got so much going on. But he has to shoot it with the inside to beat the kiss. Left good distance for John to try to get around this 9, kick it out of there.
Mm-hmm.
John, what are you doing? Lou needs 1. It looked like
He's
he was
trying to make a miracle
It
happen
looks
here.
like he was
and-
trying to play safety by the 3. That's the right shot.
Mhm.
Little,
Now,
a little more
Lou-
controlled,
John
but-
has to really demonstrate some serious patience this
sure,
rack.
he needs to just. I mean,
Just
Lou needs
nip
1.
at
so
it,
just
nip
one
at
at
it.
a
He's got to
time.
climb back in. Lou's already doing that, holding the lead. Once again, patience is virtue here.
Sure, just back the 8-ball to your side of the table and don't leave the 2 rail. Don't get high. Oh, John. What was he
Yeah, he
thinking?
saw it. It was ugly when he first hit it. He was trying to will it over and use some body English to lean it over, but just catch it then. You're going to run behind the 4 on that. Now Lou has his free shot for his game ball here. Take a commanding midway point lead, 4-1 if he makes this 8-ball. And he did. He hit
He's
it
got
clean.
it.
It's going to go.
He's got it. I
Yep.
noticed he turned it with the right-hand English where I don't think he would normally do that.
Yep.
Lou is now really feeling it.
Yep.
A little while ago he didn't have the smile, but today, I mean, right then, now he's got this little bit of a smirk going.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
It's now 4-1 in games. Lou Figueroa over John Barton.
Yep. You know, I'm going to go out on a limb here and let me quote some people, some real commentators of years before. For those of you that have been around for a while, I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm not going to predict them being out. I see a big hug at the end of this. I see a nice handshake, maybe even a hug. Maybe initiated by John after all, but a little reluctance from Lou. Not that he wouldn't appreciate it, but just it's not in his typical character or persona.
John has done a safe straight pool
Safe
break,
break, yep.
instead. And
Just want to send a few balls over. There is a nice way to play that break there where you can catch the back 2 balls and send a whole bunch of balls to your pocket and send a cue ball down table.
I just wanted to make sure that John actually did call this pocket since
Yeah.
he broke unorthodox.
Mhm.
But he
Yeah,
did
he did.
not call. So
Maybe switching pockets here. So
they switch pockets or the breaker switched pockets, and he shot a straight pull break instead.
right. Well, that's another break that's not used often, but is very effective when executed properly. You can catch the back 2 balls and send a slew of balls over to your pocket.
But that
And
would have
send a
been
cue ball down
disastrous
table.
if the corner ball leaked out and like the 13 was the corner ball. If that came out a little bit and he came up short with a cue
Mhm.
ball, he would have been giving up a game. He would have given up the advantage of the break. But
Well,
as it
that
is,
also does happen in your traditional break with the first two balls, catching
Right.
the first ball real thin and
Thin,
catching the
sure.
two ball pretty full.
John is aiming. I'm not sure what he's saying, but
Yeah, he's looking at the monitor through the glass in the booth, and he's said, given number 3, so he sees that he can see the 3 ball. I think he's trying to put in his 2 cents and saying, yeah, he's going to shoot the 3. And that's exactly what he did. Banked it well to the pocket.
he may have been saying that he was giving up 3 games.
Yeah, that could be true. He didn't look happy with that bank going right in the pocket.
Don't.
But he did just play that pocket last game, so tables equal for both players, whoever wants to break towards whatever pocket.
John needs to sit down and not talk to his wife while Lou's sitting up there shooting. That's a little common courtesy. Because I can hear him from here now.
All Lou has to do is indicate to me that it's something bothering him, and I in turn can enforce that. But I think Lou's more concerned in just showing that he's a rock and he's not going to let anything bother him, as he stated in the past.
Correct.
He's just here to play, no matter what tactics or anything goes on.
2 rails with the 9 towards his pocket. Playing the cue ball.
He's
He's
trying
got
to
to
bring
get
the
it
cue
all
ball all the way
behind the seven.
around, and he's a little short, but he's going to get away with it. It's enough, maybe, or not. Wow.
It is not. John's definitely shooting at this. There's
Thought it
no
was going to be
question about
just
that.
enough to get behind the 7. A real ugly shot on a 7, but John should make this.
And I don't know why he's using outside English there, because he really didn't need to, unless he
Because
was trying to
he's
get
going
to
to
the
get the 9
ball.
out of there. Of
Okay.
course. That's the only reason why.
Even though the 9 banks all day long from where it was.
Right.
Because he's going to be banking it now.
He's going to have to bank it, yep.
All right, John, don't go crazy on this one.
I see these fast strokes, they scare me.
Exactly.
Especially with these straight cut pockets, they bobble and hold. They
No.
don't suck the balls in. So
Not
you
this
gotta
one.
hit them clean.
The cue ball
Jacking
should
up
be.
and shooting hard is not going to do it. But 9 ball's good.
Nine
Now
ball's
let's play
just
some nice
barely-
easy speed.
Exactly.
Let it
Just
spin
barely
it
get
in.
there.
Spin it
And
out
that's
perfect.
that might be too
Perfect.
hard though with the cue ball. He's going to get the ball in there.
It's good. A little bit
Okay.
hard on the cue ball, but that 9 ball is his.
That's his.
Now Luke can just fire to 13, splash the rack open, run out, and leave John with his ball hanging in the pocket.
There you go.
No problem. All right, so
This would be a.
he might, I don't know how straight he is. He can't give himself a ball and stick the pack to even out the table. So I think he's just going to have to give John this 9 ball.
I think he is going to go into the pack. Nope, you were right. He might not hit it.
Nah, he's going to hit it all right. Came out a lot more. He should have hit it a lot more full to keep John on the rail. And probably hooked to the cushion.
Back in the stack with a cue ball. 1 rail out.
He likes that, but he went wide on
Missed
that.
the stack. Missed the stack. Can Lou see this 13? Looks like he's straight in it.
Oh, it's perfectly clear, but what to do next? I'm trying to read the pack here and see
Yeah, the
if
fact-
anything's pointing to the pocket, and other than the 1 ball sort of in that direction, there's nothing really to do here. If you can come back and you can't play the 5, you can play the 5 2 rails off the back of the pack, push him over and play the 5 ball, but that doesn't work.
Oh, and he missed the ball.
Pretty
That's.
good,
I
yeah.
think that's the first ball that Lou really missed, where making it shouldn't have been an issue.
Mm-hmm. Yep, so we have John Barton leading 3-1 over Lou Figueroa right now. This is a race to 9. Figueroa is leading 4-1.
This is
John
the-
banks the ball. Did
that's
he
the
leave it
danger
safe?
of the
Nope,
kick
and
like
that's
that.
the danger. You have to play the right speed and hit it at least decent. You got way behind that ball.
And he left the bank. And you can't see it on here, but John is standing up right in Lou's sight with his, he had his hands on his head. And there's a difference.
At this point, I don't even think that's intentional.
No, I know
He's
it's
just
not. I know
really
it, I know it's
frustrated,
not. I
right.
know it, definitely it's not.
He's just really frustrated. He has his water bottle and his wife over there.
And like John to
It's probably the arena
figure out
wall,
a
but-
way, figure out a way to calm down, because they'd hate for him to blow up. But now, meaning I want him to get this game close.
Mm-hmm. We want a day 2.
Exactly.
I don't know if my crew wants a day 2, but the ladies, Brana Andoni and Sandra Stevens, would rather get a nice night's rest and play fresh tomorrow, opening up a day 2. little frustration shot. Let me just bring the cue ball back here, open him up. He actually wound up
Yeah,
okay on
very
that.
well-
That worked out pretty
very
well.
Very well. And the cue ball's perfect.
Yep. Cue ball's right there, dead on the line, center table. Not leaving Lou many options.
Two rails
Played
to
a nice
stack.
two-railer. Does he touch the stack? No.
Nope.
Cue ball stuck to the stack. Very well
Did really
executed.
Good job with the cue ball.
That's rule number 1. Protect that cue ball. Rule number 2, always have your logo in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen.
That's a great rule. That's a great rule.
In any game. It's funny, the air and the energy of the room has drastically changed
has.
from that bitter thickness in the beginning.
Exactly. Even
To,
interviewing them.
yeah.
Interviewing them was a shaky deal,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Yeah, even interviewing was a little tough. I didn't want to bring them both in. And they were, brought in separately, individually, but
Oh,
they
John
were in
just
close
fouled
proximity. How many balls were moved on that?
two balls.
Two balls.
And
And a ball. So he's got a spot.
so that's a foul. Yeah, you better
How-
go. I think you're gonna
Let me
have
go
to
clarify that.
clarify
Yep.
the
And he
rule.
pocketed a ball.
He pocketed a ball, so that ball comes up, and he fouls. So John moved 2 balls with a stick, and that, I believe, in the normal one-pocket rules, I believe that's a foul. So any ball that goes down during a foul should come up, and John should owe a ball. Should spot a ball. I believe that's the rule. We'll see how it pans out. Eddie is out there reading the rules. They went over this right at the beginning about what to do with all ball fouls versus cue ball fouls. They're playing cue ball fouls unless two object balls move. Kind of hope that no rules come into effect, but there's no tape to run back. John is asking to run the tape back. A little bit of controversy here because John was the one who actually moved 2 balls, and I thought that they said that would be a foul. If John said he didn't agree with that, I'm not sure how you walk away from the initial discussions on what the fouls would be. But 2 balls moved, and therefore it seems like that should be a foul, but I don't know that. I mean, they are looking at the rule set. If the rule set does not address it, then the rule set doesn't address it. I don't know. Move the balls back because he made a ball. That makes this even a much bigger discussion point because if it's a foul, then the ball goes back up and John will have to spot up another ball. If it's not a foul and the balls get to go back, Lou puts the balls back, but John made a ball and he's going to be shooting at open balls. Now, Lou would have the decision where the balls go. Right now, as it stands, there's a lot of open balls, and John would be on 4 with open balls. Two balls moved, and he's going to try to see where the balls went. Is there any way we can find out where the balls started off? We're going to go with the AccuStats production team, try to see if there's some way to figure this out. I'm sure they'll get the best of it.
So, if you were watching camera with me, could you picture what, as far as what we saw from here, is where those 3 balls were in the center of the table here?
Unfortunately, I was watching John, and John was all I saw was the 2 balls move out with. I heard the stick and 2 balls move. Yeah, so
He agreed to 3 balls.
3 balls. Is it a foul?
10 to 3? No. In the rules, it doesn't specify. It does specify balls. Multiple balls being moved will be respotted.
Oh,
Unless otherwise agreed upon.
and that wasn't agreed upon. Okay, so apparently there was not agreed upon about the fouls. I thought that they did, but I was not part of the conversation. He looks like he gets a point, and they're going to move the ball back. So the ball that went in, that John banked, he gets it, and they have agreed to try to figure out where these balls were by looking at the tape. So we don't know where the balls were. in this case, I would think that it'd be Lou's decision to where the balls went. He wasn't. He wasn't the one who hit them. And Eddie is asking if anybody can help out, and I mean, the problem here is that if you move 2 balls back, it could very well be, but there's no shot for John, which, it's too bad for John, because if he didn't do that, he may have had a legitimate shot to run some balls out. But now, this game's going to be in a bit of asterisk. There's no tape to roll back, they say. All right. John is asking if he just wants to play a new game, and it's crazy because Lou might as well say, yeah. Why wouldn't Lou play a new game at this point? Where Eddie is saying is how I remembered it, but I couldn't swear to it. Eddie's thinking the 10 ball's there, and the 4 ball is above. This is and that's the right thing. John said just put him back where Lou said, and that's probably yeah. I think it's about as close as you can ask for. I'm not sure if we'll ever be able to see this ever again, but a lot of us were blocked, and all we know is the 10 and 4 were sitting up there, and John clipped the balls on his follow through, and we're going. I think it's fair. I think you were in no-win situation.
Right. Okay, so just to clarify, if nobody could hear what was going on being discussed, once again, I do have to thank everyone, both players and the people involved invested in this match, agreeing to comply with whatever looked closest. I know from what I saw from the booth, I was looking directly at the table, and I believe Freddie was sitting here looking at the monitor at the time, so we didn't have a great view. And I had a body in my way when he was shooting,
that's
so
why I was looking at
he brushed the 14 with the cue, I believe, and the 3.
And 2
I don't
balls
have the
moved to the left as well.
access to videotape to go back right now. This is coming through Ustream, and that's out of my control. So we going by the rules, the general rules, 16.1 of the One Pocket World General Rules on the fouls, unless otherwise agreed upon or announced by a tournament director, when multiple balls are moved, they are simply spotted back. And that's listed under fouls from onepocket.org. I can recite that for you. Section 6.1. Unless otherwise denounced by the tournament director, One Pocket is played according to the World General Rules 1.16.1, cue ball fouls only. In the event that a player accidentally moves a ball, the opponent may elect to have the disturbed ball remain in its new position or be restored to its original position. When balls are restored, they shall be placed as close as possible to their original positions, so it indicates multiples, with no advantage to be gained by the offending player. If no official is available to restore disturbed balls, then the players must come to an agreement on satisfactory replacement of the disturbed balls prior to continuing play, and that's exactly what happened. And John admitted he knows there was no decent shot from one of the balls,
right.
And Lou says, "I don't know, don't care." And then one of Lou's investors will say, "Yeah, that looks close to what it was like." And I asked the audience if anyone saw it, and usually people don't want to get involved, but here, everyone's on a very good honesty policy. I had to commend the guys once again for being so cordial and understanding and so fair.
I do believe that the general rules have been altered in the last couple of years on general rules of pocket billiards that says that multiple balls that are moved are now a foul. But the way these rules and these other rules we're talking about, there is...
Now, this is copyright 2005 from onepocket.org, so I don't know
in the
if it has changed since then.
And maybe some of my friends out there who are the official world standardized rules referees can pipe in.
I was under the impression also as I started to state, and then John said, let's just look at the rules. And under my impression from my memory was multiple balls is an automatic foul.
Yeah, it's a
But
rule that's now
I may be going by either the newer rules or tournament rules.
It's newer rules, and this needs to be updated. But these are the rules we've gone by, and I think you've made as good of a decision as possible given the set we're at.
I'd like to look back at the tape on this in the future and see how close we got it. Thank you for backing me up there as I try to refer to you. We had someone in the audience ringside from a different view over there. We had 3 different views trying to match up the same picture, and we all adjusted it a little bit.
What I do know is that there wasn't a clear shot in the top
Correct.
2 balls.
Neither right. Neither the 10-13 combo looked good, nor the 4 whatever was on the spot area. 14 or whatever it was. The 4 and 14 were
yeah, that's what I remember.
kind of frozen.
All right.
I don't know if they were actually frozen or not, but made it that way. And that was the best thing to do. Nothing pointed at the pocket.
Meanwhile, Lou actually scratched trying to kick John's ball out, so he's gone backwards a bit. And I hope this doesn't put either of the guys into a tailspin that otherwise wouldn't have happened. It is a tough deal because, as you say, I'm sure that that's the rule now, that multiple balls is a foul. I had the same situation come up when I did one of these matches with Kenny Schumann. Kenny Schumann is a national referee, and the shooter did move too, and he immediately
One of the best in the business.
And he immediately called a foul.
Yep, that would have been my my definite ruling right there, right away.
Right.
I don't know if I even stated it, but
You did.
I think I did. Just on auto response there.
Right.
But I know John and Lou were both. I know especially John was looking over all the rules and familiarizing himself with it, as he's been preparing for this match for quite some time. So.
All right.
And he is computer savvy, so maybe onepocket.org has not been changed since '05. I'm not sure.
So we got to, give
Maybe
a
we can
shout
pull
out
that
to Steve Booth and see if he's kept up with the general rules, because it does say normally that if otherwise noted, that they would be following the world standardized rules. But that one rule that you just read suggests that multiple balls could be moved and it wouldn't be a foul.
Yeah,
That's how
I
it
thought we
reads.
got rid of that because a guy can, unfortunately, can
Rake
just rake the whole rack to his side of the table, and there's no way you could possibly respot those.
Right. I'm sure the chat stream is going wild
Oh,
right now
yeah.
with all the correct responses. It's tough to make the call right here, and I think he made it as best as possible under the circumstances and the written rules that we have right here.
Thanks. I need a raise.
No one said this would be easy.
No. But again, I have to commend the guys. They were both very cordial and understanding one another. And Lou first swallowed that it wasn't a foul, and then John said, "Yeah, I know that there's a couple balls gaffed up in the middle there that you can tie them back up." He's like, "You can tie them all up." And then Lou offered to say start a new rack, even though he had the advantage 4-2. So I mean, they're both trying to be gentlemanly about it, just trying to do the right thing. And then that's when one of Lou's backers came into it and said, "No, that looks close if that was up there." And once they responded.
John miscued. John miscued. And
he left.
did he leave a shot? All right, so that's a 1. One ball back
Yeah,
up,
one
and that's a
ball
big
back
ball
up.
because he was
Yeah.
at 4. He was at 4-1, now 3-1.
3-1. And
If Lou shoots at this 4 ball, he's committing to running.
yes.
Right, because there are some balls open. And the 4 ball I think he's supposed to make.
Maybe the rules just came into play. Maybe that ball wasn't supposed to be counted.
Exactly.
Maybe
And
karma's
the
coming back.
Karma has come back and said that ball's supposed to go. Can't remember whose pocket is what anymore. Okay, so Lou's is the left pocket as we're reviewing it, and he's cutting the 1 ball in. The cue ball looks like it's going to go right off of 14 right into the side and the corner pocket as we view it.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
He
He
got
was
past
above
it.
it.
Is
He was above
okay. 1 ball looks good right into the pocket.
was a good
Good
shot.
speed. Very good speed there.
Lou gave a funky look like he didn't expect that ball to go in, and it went into the right side door. really isn't. It says when balls are restored. That
At
implies
first-
more than one is
right.
okay.
And then can you restore their position? So it's clear in these rules, but my only question is if they're current, or if I'm outdated, or I'm ahead.
Right. Or maybe these were printed up in 2005 and there's been a new set.
No, these papers are pretty white. Maybe tinted some sort by now.
Lou has missed that last ball, but hung it, and there are no balls to shoot at for John, and it doesn't even look like he can kick out Lou's ball. He can't kick behind it because the scratch is on. This is a touchy shot. You're gonna have to go above it. Get above
Did
it.
he get there? It's going to be tough. He didn't get there,
He didn't
but
get
it's still
there,
not
but
an easy shot for those stretching across the table.
Stretching out, or
He just
would
has to
be
make the ball
rake.
here. He'll be all right. He just has to make the ball here.
Yeah, the balls are. And if and when he makes this ball, table has a lot of
And then he's
open
going
balls.
for the bridge. Is that a Floridian thing? Everyone refers to it as a rake. I know I've heard of both terms, of course.
I grew
but
up in Massachusetts,
Oh, that's
so
right,
the
so
rake is
that's
what
what
I've
it
been
is,
calling it since I can remember.
Yeah, double kissed it a little bit. Shot it into the cushion. And is he
he's
going to get a scratch? No, he's okay.
No, but he's left a
He
combination.
left an easy combo right there.
Now John should gather himself here because there's a lot of balls to run.
He's got to take a deep breath. He needs this rack. Calm down. I don't like seeing these fast strokes he's coming up with.
and he's shooting the-
really
he's shooting the
some-
eight.
8 ball.
And
He's
gone
dipping
too
into
far.
his shot. And he doesn't really have the feel of the cue ball for the speed, at least. Don't want to get into feel versus aim, but systems again.
And he's miscued again. He miscued again.
What is going? What's on your cue?
Not the Kamui chalk. Miscued again. And if he had shot the 5-6, which looked like a hanging combo, dead straight at it.
I'm trying to take a look at his cue here as I'm looking at it. He has a pretty decent amount of meat left on it.
Yeah, it's.
And
stroke
I've had no
was-
problem with whatever chalk I used, to be honest.
I think the stroke was falling
But
apart.
it's just a choppy little bit of a stroke, exactly. Can't always look to the equipment.
Lou would like to bank this 13 into his ball, but I don't think he needs to. Ball's hanging. Oh, coming with a rake again.
The bridge?
Yeah. Just make this ball and get up table.
Our little helper.
14 is right in the middle of the table. Oh, is he so thin on this ball? Oh, okay, so that 10 ball is much deeper.
Yeah.
Lou again,
He
a straight
still
pull
has a
player, so he
bit.
should be able to play this.
Yeah, he knows how to thin this ball and come out for it.
Oh,
Rather pretty
he hit it
thick.
thick and tried to go
Mm.
around it. He didn't. Well, he's got the back cut here. Does he shoot it?
I don't like it. I think he shoots it and just goes down up table, down behind the 11. If he can. Nah, that's too sharp. Looking at the camera overhead, it's way too sharp.
All right.
Live view from here looks good, but again, we have a skewed corner angle here. It's a little tough to tell, but from the overhead shot, it's a beautiful shot. It looks way too steep. It's possible to play it and just push it over and just bring the cue ball up top to that top cushion, but more than that, John may just fire the 9 and get a frustration at this point.
I think Lou is back cutting this ball and leaving the three-way combination, triple combination. Cue ball is going to be hanging in the corner pocket back
Yep.
up table.
Let's see how well he places that cue ball. No, he pocketed
Center
it.
of the table. Oh, center of the pocket.
And he held it very nicely. Very well played. Very well played. And he can play this 14 and just follow it up.
Follow it. As long as he doesn't kiss it on the way back or anything crazy like that.
No, he's going to roll it. Nice pocket speed. Firm pocket speed. Cue ball even with the 9 for the bank maybe.
One, two, three, 4.
Yep. Lou's got 4. And Barton's got 4.
Yep.
Lou now has a good leave. Alrighty. I just double checking the count here and the balls and the trays.
4 to 4 and 7 on the table. He's got to kiss that 4. Okay, he did.
He did. And he might get back on top of it. All right.
Yeah, roll over the top of this.
Mhm.
Standard 1 pocket shot. Cue ball to the center of the foot rail.
A little weak there.
We hit a little weak.
You definitely have
Just
to
a
play the
hair
cue ball
higher.
on that. 9 ball doesn't matter what you're doing. The object
Right.
ball there. Cue ball, you definitely have to play all cue ball on that. All right, let's wake up, people. We've got a live broadcast courtesy of JB Cases covering all expenses for this stream, so you can watch it live at home. Coming to you live from Sandcastle Billiards in the Aramith Simonis Arena here at Sandcastle Billiards, Edison, New Jersey. We just got done with the Super Billiards Expo. Alan Hopkins, what was it, 23rd year or more?
A zillionth year.
Yeah,
It seems like it's been going on forever,
there's
which
so
I'm happy
many,
for
and
him.
I'm so happy that he gave a call yesterday and tried to make it up today. If not, he may be here tomorrow if there is a tomorrow. Alan Hopkins Jr. Showed up today, and a lot of dignitaries of the game came out throughout this past week. There's a lot of action from all those who came out here this past week. Thank you very much. I appreciate your patronage and the visits, and from friends all across the nation and abroad. Some top names in the game as well. Wow. John's really jumping up off his shots. He's lost his complete focus here.
All right. Those should be hangers.
Yep. And thank you to Oscar Dominguez for coming out. Thorsten Holman, Hunter Lombardo. We had John Mora. Mika Immonen. A whole bunch of top players from all around the world hung out here during their tournament play. Shane Van Boning came out a couple times, and then after his victory.
Nice.
So we all celebrated, had a good time. Thank you very much to our main sponsor here and supporter, Ivan Lee over at Simonis. Lou's doesn't really have any shot here.
No.
John got lucky there with that leave. You know, he's having some issues miscuing, and he was given an opportunity to run away with this rack, which would have been the 3rd rack he really should have won.
Right.
And this rack should have been over by now, 4-2. The score should be around 3-3 right now. And John's just playing the cue ball there. He's trying to wait until he feels his shot come back, or his energy levels, or whatever it may be.
All the body language looking at the 2.
He looks tired. He looks worn
doesn't.
out. I'm looking at him. He's wiping his eyes. Lou still looks pretty fresh and comfortable.
Well, shooting in the lead,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to feel a little more comfortable.
Absolutely. There's a lot more pressure and a lot more stress. Disciplines do not come into play or hold too well.
Lou does have a bank on this ball. Whether or not he wants to leave the cue ball on the right side of the table, there's no shot for John if the cue ball ends up on the right side of the table.
That's a nice shot. Good
Nice shot.
speed there. Did he get the 9 blocker? He's got half of it.
Half of it. John.
All right, John
back
finally
cuts
made
it.
one there with that little crazy side swing. All righty. The ones he's supposed to make, he has been making. And now he's trying to rumble up any kind of energy and focus he
Exactly.
has
It
left
looks
in him
like
at this
he's,
point.
He shot
Cross
that one
banked
pretty well.
it, sent it there. Wants to lean it over. Little body English did not help in that case. But he's waking up a little bit,
And again,
getting back in the game. He's got 5
he's
balls.
got 5. He had every opportunity to already have won this rack
And the last
and
rack.
the last rack.
So he's back in his chair, head down a little bit, just trying to focus and zero in and channel his energies back together. Lou looking to pop this ball out of there, stick the cue ball.
Good execution.
I'll give that one a fair. Fair execution. Cue ball should have just been a stop.
Stop right there.
It was tight. It was tight. So
Well, I would have
he avoided
miscued
the
and
double
popped the
kiss.
cue ball off the table, so he did better than I did.
All right, he's trying to turn that ball, puts the cue ball under the 14. That was nicely done. Good cue ball, John. And here's the 15 as a threat to Lou. He can't shoot the 14. He could and maybe roll up on 11, but that's not the right shot here. He's got to.
I think
actually, maybe he might have to
can
actually
shoot this 14 because
actually, yeah. Now looking at it from the other angle here, that you see at home. Let me stop looking at the table directly. We'll just put a big monitor in this window here rather than looking at the table. All right, we have him holding the cue ball on the 11.
But if he doesn't make this ball, which he didn't.
See, he leaves the 6 ball. I like the 6 ball. I don't know if there's enough angle.
He does. He can shoot the 6 ball.
I have to look at both angles here. Let me see. Is there a lane for the 6, number 1? Yes. Does he have enough angle to get out for the 15? I don't know. But he can bank the 14, and I like going back under the 11. If you can get the 6 ball and just bank the 14 behind the 15 and send a cue ball back up table to where he's standing, that would be the right 2 shots right here, and then settle back. Pocket a ball, send the ball over, be within 2, and secure the rack.
And you have to just go ahead and pocket the ball.
That's
there
it.
You go.
Just like that. Play the 14. Very good. Hope I'm not talking too loud, and I don't think they heard me. Now, don't rifle this. Play the speed. Send it out. No cue ball.
Nice shot.
He did make. Oh, wow. He got it in there. That might be just as good.
If he makes that ball, he's out.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. That was well played. He is now at 6 and needing 2. Figueroa is facing a deficit of finish line of 4 balls from this position. Is not too easy. Lou carrying off the 15, tucking the cue ball in the pocket. Very nicely done. Nice touch there. That was a good shot, Lou. And John's get the 1. He's on the hill. Lou didn't like it, giving him the 1, but
he's got to control.
He's got to try to bank that
This is a
15.
good
Look
shot.
how well he hit that one. He hit that one very well. Caught the short rail, but I mean that was
shot it
very well
really well.
executed. I didn't think he had enough ball to even. I didn't think he had enough ball to try to play that shot. Lou's not liking this. Lou's not liking this at all. But he's only lost 1 rack so far. And
right.
He's given away many opportunities. I'm sorry. I mean, he had many opportunities that John did not take advantage of earlier. So he knows he has to keep the pressure on as much as possible and win every rack.
Exactly.
Lou's personal goal here is to finish this in one night. He said
Sure.
himself to me, he's like, I'm looking to finish this in one night.
And he's right to say that, because if it actually goes to second night, that means that John's closer than
he should be.
than he thinks
really.
he should be, and
Right.
therefore this one's going to the wrong pocket.
It's the wrong pocket.
The good news is the speed is going
It
to
might
bail him out. Nope.
Nope.
Why would he shoot that? He's on the 1 hole. Don't get a ball in play unless it's going to your hole.
You're just supposed to lock the guy up right now. You're supposed to put handcuffs on him. Even if you do nothing and just put him behind the ball so he has to come up with an effort.
Exactly.
Or Strickland. Or Shane.
Or Shane.
All right. Or some Asian guy out there I'm
Haven't heard.
unaware of. He's probably 12 or 13 years old. That's better than all of them. Then, don't try to be Superman. Leave that on your opponent. You're on the hill.
Lou looks like he's free to cut this ball and try to clip on the outside, the top side of the 11 ball to break them out. And he might even be that he doesn't need to break them out because there's a shot to get both balls going to his pocket if he wanted to do that.
There
He is going for it.
Try to, and he has the bank.
Because neither
is
one
there
of these
enough
balls.
Cushion now.
Because
He's not even
neither
looking over
ball
there.
goes into John's pocket, but both
Can he
balls
kick
could go
behind it?
towards
Could he kick behind it to send the 4 over?
the 5 ball.
5, rather. I'm sorry.
Well, he could,
Or
but
bank the 11 into the 5.
that's something
and
closer
bring
to
the cue
that.
back around the 15. Could he shoot the 11, whatever that is? It's red stripe over there into the 5.
Looks like he's just going to bank the 5 straight over. Oh, he doesn't even do that. I thought there was a
don't think
more
that did
aggressive shot
anything.
there, but
Like I said, if he banked the 11 into the rail and came off the rail to combo the 5 towards the pocket more, he could have brought the cue ball around behind the 15.
Now the danger here for Lou is that every time you leave anything,
John's
is gonna
shooting. Oh, look at this.
Oh,
Look at
John.
this. And that's the problem with the guy that shoots at everything. You know, the guy that takes those wing shots all the time and those flyers, you want to play him all night long because the averages are going to pan out in your favor. And things like that are going to happen where he scratches. Now he's no longer in the 1 hole.
No longer in the 1 hole.
And that's definitely what you don't want to do. Mental breakdown starts to come into play here.
And Lou's on 5, so once Lou makes 1 ball, they're
Dead
even up
even
now.
now.
And Lou missed the spot shot. And I believe that John can make this ball.
Yeah, it looks like he has enough angle.
Straightforward, and the 5 ball.
Crossover 5 helps. Alfarilla
It's
may
gonna
help.
go.
It may just be
It's
right.
in.
Perfect. Perfectly.
Now
Now he's back
once
in the 1
again,
hole. He can cut this in. He needs to take his time and center to edge this one in.
Absolutely.
There's no
This is
reason
a
he should
90
miss this
to
ball.
edge, pivot to the center if he uses that
Back and
system.
forth.
There you go.
Now he gets to hear his music a little bit. If that's not a little motivation.
There you go.
All
John back in the game of 4-2. As we always say.
And Lou looks up at the score bead, sees a 4-1. Now 4-2.
4-2. And
momentum a little bit now in
momentum.
John's favor, a little glimmer of hope
that's right.
as he gave up the hill and right back.
Because 5-1 would have been disaster for him.
Oh, absolutely. Well, we said that at 3-1, and
It's
3-2
still disaster.
never happened.
Everything
you
is a little bit
3-2
disastrous
never
for him.
happened, so it was 4-1.
That game's going to be under protest.
4-2 looks a great deal better
than
4-1.
5-1.
No, 5-1, exactly. He's happy
Who's,
to say he's away from 2 only. So
whose break is it? Lou broke the first.
all right, Lou broke first. This
So
is
that means
now
this is the odd game.
7th odd game. So it
shouldn't
should be
Lou's break.
Yep.
Do we want to say something?
I don't know if I should.
I think you need to. This is important.
Hold on, let's see.
Trying to be fair here, but we want to make sure the right thing is right.